Hey guys, welcome back. Last week, Ariana Grande released her third album, Dangerous Woman, and it's safe to say she has the best pop album of the year so far. We've been talking about it a little bit amongst ourselves over the past few days, but we wanted to get together and have a little talk with you guys about some of the album's strengths, some highlights, and what else Ariana could do with this era. All right guys, so let's talk about overall impressions of the album. Jordan, start us off.
I surprisingly love this album. I think 14 out of the 15 of the tracks are great. I wasn't a really big fan of hers, and ever since she hosted SNL and since then, I think she's quietly become one of my favorites, and there's just so many bops on it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree with Jordan. I think it's a really great album in general, and she's on such an upswing right now. I do think the album is not without its flaws, but overall, I think a solid 10 songs are really damn good.
I'm just so surprised at how consistent it is, especially the short amount of time she took to create this album. She really took note of what worked and what didn't work and really applied it to create such a solid piece of work. What she's been doing is so far, like she's been throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. The last album, it was kind of a bunch of different sounds, but she successfully managed to bring pop and hip hop and a little bit of R&B all into one and finally create her sound.
The obvious choice for me, and I think a lot of people out there, is Into You. I think it's such an amazing piece of pop perfection, but I'm gonna try and shake things up and go with a different song. I'm gonna go with Thinking About You. It's a fantastic showcase for her vocals, and I think that the production of it is just very impressive.
Highlights for me, Into You, of course. Be Alright was a standout, like when she performed on SNL, and it's continued to be one of my favorites. Side by Side, and to echo what Josh said, Thinking About You, and also Moonlight, which is kind of like a under the radar kind of track, but it's really cute and it's really nice, a nice open to the album too.
I'm still gonna go on the consistency level that I talked about with my overall impressions. I think her sound, like, there's different like layers to it. You have like a little bit of a tropical feel, you have house on it, you have like some soul, but still it all works together and it all complements each other, so I'm really happy she kind of just played with a little bit of different flavors a little bit. Besides that, like, I'm happy that we finally got to see her personality. The word dangerous, the fact that she titled the album Dangerous Woman, it flows throughout the entire album. So I'm really happy with that because people have a concept and then it'll just fall to the wayside. But she was so careful with every single detail for the record. I'm really astonished that someone like her was really able to like focus on that detail.
The third single should either be Side by Side, which would be a nice way to close out the summer, or Be Alright, which is probably a cliche choice to go with, or Every Day with Future, which is another song that I love, which would be like a nice more urban song to go with. I think she has like a solid run of at least 3 or 4 other singles on this album. She could really draw this one out.
I think that I would like to see Touch It be a single. I think that would be a great kind of going into the fall, end of summer. Like it gives me enough kind of upbeat, but also takes me to like a dark place where I'm not gonna complain about that.
Yeah.
Beyond that, like, yeah, I agree, Every Day would be a good choice as well. And like really there's just so much, like even Greedy is a fun, at first when I heard it, I was like, this is a fun filler track, but now.
I mean, you guys have kind of covered all of my choices. I mean, like, I love Every Day. I think that would be just a great, it'd be cool to see her experiment with something that's really kind of hip-hop heavy. Greedy is the obviously no-brainer there. And Touch It, I think it would be such a good, because I feel like Touch It is kind of the counterpart to Into You, just because they're both so solid and so great. Like, they're like the yin and yang of the album. All right, so there's so much more that we can talk about this album, but I think I'll speak for everyone. I say we'll be listening to this for a very long time now, but we want to know what you guys think. What are your favorite parts of the record, and what do you think the next couple singles should be? Leave us a comment below, give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and buy Dangerous Woman on iTunes. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us, Josh and Jordan, and bye.